Have you ever defended a bad decision, even when you knew it was wrong? That's not logic. That's your brain protecting itself. You bought a crashing stock, but instead of selling, you bought more, calling it a hidden gem. You stayed with a toxic partner, telling your friends. You just don't know the real them. You believed a lie, and when the hard facts smacked you in the face, you didn't change your mind. You just got angry. Why would a rational, intelligent human being fight to protect their own downfall? The answer lies in a hidden psychological defense mechanism designed to prevent your ego from shattering into pieces. Your brain cannot handle a contradiction. It would rather live in a beautifully engineered lie than face an ugly truth. Today, on Edith Mind, we are peeling back the layers of cognitive dissonance, the invisible survival mechanism that forces you to justify your worst mistakes, trap yourself in toxic cycles, and become the lawyer for your own destruction. Your brain loves harmony. It wants your beliefs, your values, and your actions to align perfectly. But what happens when they clash? Imagine a highly educated man who prides himself on being health conscious. Yet, he smokes a pack of cigarettes every day. Right here, a violent mental conflict is born. Belief: I am a smart, healthy person. Action: I am doing something that destroys my health. These two thoughts cannot peacefully coexist. This friction, this heavy, suffocating mental discomfort, is what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. Dissonance is a psychological emergency. Your brain treats this mental conflict exactly like physical pain. It demands an immediate solution. The logical solution is to change the action, stop smoking. But changing a habit is hard. So, the self-protecting brain takes the path of least resistance. It changes the belief. The smoker starts telling himself, life is short anyway. Or, it helps me relieve stress, so it's actually good for my mental health. Look at what just happened. The man didn't solve the danger. He solved the discomfort of the danger. He lied to himself so he could sleep at night. And your brain does this every single hour of your life. In 1959, social psychologist Leon Festinger conducted an experiment that proved exactly how far the human mind would go to lie to itself. Festinger gave participants an incredibly boring task: turning wooden pegs on a board clockwise, then counterclockwise, for 1 full hour. It was designed to be soul-crushing. When the hour ended, the experimenter asked the participants to do a favor: tell the next person waiting outside that the task was incredibly fun and fascinating. They were being asked to lie. Here was the twist. One group was paid $20 to lie. The other group was paid only $1. Afterward, researchers asked them how they actually felt about the task. The people who got paid $20 openly admitted the task was boring. They had no dissonance. Their justification was external. I lied because I got paid $20. But the people who were paid $1, they genuinely convinced themselves that the task was fun. They told researchers, no, really, it was a great exercise in coordination. Why? Because $1 was not enough money to justify lying to an innocent stranger. Their brain faced massive dissonance. I am an honest person, but I just lied for a miserable dollar. To fix that painful gap, their mind literally altered their perception. The smaller the external reward, the more your brain changes its internal truth to protect your self-image. Once you understand this mechanism, you see why human beings tolerate absolute horrors. Let's look at the dark anatomy of toxic relationships. Why does a smart person stay with a partner who gaslights, cheats, or belittles them? From the outside, the solution is obvious: leave. But from the inside, cognitive dissonance has created an invisible prison. In the beginning, you invested your time, your love, and your identity into this person. Your core belief: I am smart, and I chose a wonderful partner. When the abuse starts, the truth is too painful for the ego to process. Admitting the mistake means admitting you wasted years of your life. So, the brain goes to work as a defense attorney, rationalizing every act of cruelty. They only screamed because they're stressed at work. This is called effort justification. The more time, pain, and effort you invest into a choice, the more your brain is forced to value it. If you suffer for something, your mind has to convince you that it was worth it. Otherwise, you have to admit you suffered for nothing. Today, your cognitive dissonance is being farmed for profit by the most advanced algorithms on Earth. Look at modern political and social polarization. It is no longer about logic. It is about identity. When a leader or a movement you support is caught in a massive scandal, the thought, "the group I supported is corrupt," directly conflicts with the thought, "I am a highly intelligent person." Instantly, the armor goes up. You don't question your choices, you attack the source. You say, "The media is biased," or "the other side did worse things." Social media algorithms know that showing you content that contradicts your deep beliefs creates discomfort. And when users are uncomfortable, they close the app. To keep you hooked, the algorithm filters out the dissenting truth and feeds you a steady diet of validation. It creates an intellectual echo chamber where your bad choices are never challenged. You become a prisoner of comfort. Can you force your mind to stop defending its own self-destruction? It requires a brutal process, sitting with the fire of being wrong without rushing to blow it out with a lie. The next time you feel that sudden surge of defensive anger when someone challenges your choice, realize that this isn't logic. That heat is cognitive dissonance. It is your brain's defense attorney waking up to protect your ego. When that happens, you must actively kill the attorney. Stop talking. Ask yourself, am I defending this choice because it's genuinely good, or am I just trying to prove that I didn't make a fool of myself? Your brain is trying to save your pride, but in doing so, it might just destroy your life. Remember, the problem isn't what you don't know, it's what you refuse to see. Face the friction. Guard your mind. If you have the courage to admit a bad decision you defended for way too long, leave a comment below. Subscribe to Edith Mind to keep your thinking sharp. Stay aware. Stay intelligent.